Welcome back to some more EU4 with me, Daniel from Dan Has Fun. Last episode, we tried and honestly completely failed to play the diplomacy game and stop people joining a coalition against us. We also completely failed to protect our own colonies, so we responded by pretty much just murdering everybody we could see. Isn't that the colonialism that we all know and love/hate, depending on what side of the fence you're on, I guess? But yes, this episode, we still have to tread fairly carefully. Let's unpause. And we have to make some plans. Spain is doing what they normally do. They take over pretty much the entirety of Central America. What they're doing that they don't always do, though, which is bad for us, is start beating on everybody on the East Coast as well. England has tried to colonise a little bit in the area, but they're not of any great concern. France has been colonising where we want to colonise, which is annoying, but not a complete deal breaker. The Huron tribe have settled in all the places we want to colonise, which is very annoying, but they're not very strong, so probably not the worst eventually. But yeah, Spain, absolutely horrifying. They're probably going to wreck our face. What we're really hoping for, because they don't have any manpower, is they end up attacking, say, France. France and I can then go and start damaging Spain on the mainland, and maybe then their colonies will start getting wrecked as well. But the triangle of alliances between Spain, England, and Portugal is where the real problem is. It's kind of interesting that Spain and England are allied. They quite often just absolutely hate each other in this game, but not in this alternate reality. We're going to complete exploration ideas. It gives us the claims on overseas colonial regions. Not super helpful, frankly, right now. The naval force limit modifier, though, definitely will be in the near future. Once we aren't hemorrhaging cash with the colonies, that will be very helpful. It should push us over the troop numbers, or at least the naval numbers, to finally defeat the Danish Navy. Because I want these three provinces. They're worth big, big money. At 29, 21, and 34 development, they are enormous. And we already approve of Danish culture. So that for us is an absolute win. We have a free policy to take, and we're clearly going to take the Native Assimilation Act. More settler increase, 100% what we want. We can get a new tech, but we're slightly ahead on time, and the new cannon is not critically important at this stage, so we're probably going to wait. Really, what we're looking for is admin tech level 14, because we're going to have to decide, are we going to go expansion ideas as well as exploration? You tend to do both if you're doing at least one. You don't have to. Our concern will be, could we even financially afford to do that? But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Still hoping we can get this colony off England. It's just very silly that it's here. Well, I say this colony, it's this province off the colony, but right now, as an example, if we declared war directly on the colony, which we're clearly not going to do, if you look at the enemy list, that's a lot of troops. That would be rip us. So that's why we are very much not going to do that. Really, we have our own issues on the European mainland. Like, how are we going to break this coalition up? Nassau still can't join a war for another 8 years, so it's not mission critical to break it up now. But sooner's better. Ooh, free army professionalism, we'll take that. There's some nations in here, like Lorraine, that only have -42 aggressive expansion against us. They theoretically couldn't rejoin if they left right now. Oh, speaking of which, nations might be leaving. Aachen just left. If we could get it so I could still attack Brunswick and have a couple of these guys in here, I'm tempted to do so. We've got 3 favours off Austria. We didn't do a huge amount. What did they get? 1, 2, 3 provinces. They gave 1 to Milan as well. They had to release a nation. What's this look like on the map? So they released a 1-province Montenegro, which is comically useless, because you know that's just going to get eaten immediately. This is disgusting. Why did you let these borders happen? Ugh. Trent is technically still at war against Venice. because Milan is still at war. So interestingly, Austria gave a province to Milan, even though Milan is in a separate war against Venice. So Milan could potentially double dip if they really wanted to. Interesting. Lorraine clearly is going to hate us forever, so let's just bring the diplomat back. So if we were to declare war now on this group, we're going to get wrecked. So we still have to wait. I wonder how much longer we would have to wait. I guess part of the problem is dead. There's Defender of the Faith in here as well. Not super dangerous, but there are a lot of nations that would be forced to join this because of the coalition. And none of them are big, but they're all kind of annoying. So if they could leave, that would be great. We're also running out of cash again. We're losing 5 gold a turn. Really. Even though we have a mothballed fleet. Again, it's all colonial, and I'm not pulling this back, because as soon as you do, you start... Like, for example, if we do this, our settlement growth is minus 20 a year. We're not going to do that. We're going to just have to eat it. Do we have a super expensive advisor? Yeah, we do. We have a +2 Diplo guy. But the irony is I can't afford to fire him and replace him. What is our base reduction of corruption? Okay, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to debase our currency exactly 1 time. We're going to flip our +2 guy to a +1 guy. Probably take the diplomat for now, because people will hate us less. Having a greedy ruler sucks when you're struggling for cash. So that'll save us, what, 3.5 gold apiece. We want to make sure we are doing no rooting out of corruption, because we don't have the cash for that right now. Probably will forget. We could also mothball some forts, but given the coalition, that sounds like a terrible idea. I think what we're going to do is... I know this seems really weird, but we're going to try and befriend the colony of Florida. Try and reduce the odds of them attacking our colony when that becomes a thing they could do. Which is realistically any time now. Yeah, I think that's the way we're going to have to go. We do not want to attack them. That's also very interesting. So, England are going to flip to Anglican as a religion. I wonder if that will make Spain hate them enough to not be allied. We will see. There's a lot... Of course, all that time that the centres of religion were starting to convert England to reform is an absolute waste of time. So that's just great. Yeah, this was a terrible game to be a reformed religion. RIP. They're still allied to each other. That's annoying. I don't have the money for this, but I want it so bad. I think we're going to eat that. We're going to go take a loan out for that. I think that's very much worth it. I could debase currency again, but I don't think that's wise. I do think we're going to go for, as soon as the new year starts, though, military tech 13. How much money are we losing? Pocket change, that's fine. Get that tech, thank you very much. We're going to have to pick our new cannon. Who do we want? Eeny, meeny, miny, large cannon, because big is better, right? Something like that. Could go for admin tech 30. We probably should. It's going to cost us extra, but it will decrease our corruption. So I think that pays for itself. Well, especially when we're struggling so badly financially, at the very least. How is the printing press getting on? It is spreading. Not super quickly, so we'll have to check in a little bit. Yes, we'll do a royal marriage. Definitely want to do trade again. We need to make more money. we still losing money? Yes, we are. We're starting to lose more money. Rude. Oh, nice. This is a great time for the honest broker. That saves us some money. And makes everybody like us a bit more. You love to see that. We're up to 10 nations that would ally us now. Any of them relevant to us? Not really. Gotland. I mean, you're technically in Europe. So, that's one perk for you, but no. No, absolutely not. Despite how big things like the Etowah Federation look, they're so far behind on tech that it would just be terrifying to ally them. Because Spain could just go in and rip them apart any time, and if we're allied to them, they're going to kill us as well. Probably not a good idea. Decline power and ability, that's fine. Lower Acadia is on the other side of the borders. We don't want that. I'm seeing, do we have, in terms of states? Yeah, we only have one in all the rest of the states in the mainland on this side, so it's not worth doing. Oh, Frankfurt. Now you convert religion. You could have done that a little bit sooner. We could have been friends again. I guess the more things change, the more things stay the same. Oh, we need to spend our sugar packet. What do we want? Institution spread? Probably. But we're going to go with shade trip power. That's what I meant to say. Ship trade power is the way to go right now, because we're clearly in need of getting some Doshwanga. And we're positive again. So that's neat. I just think that's neat. Let's re-ally. We're already friends. We still have 91 favours. We're over our friendship limit now, but that's okay. I'd rather be allied to Frankfurt. Not a super big nation, but like I said, we can utilise the favours we have. And I'm going to try now, before I forget, to have them break their alliance with Brunswick, and they will do it. That is perfect. Okie dokie, aren't you proud of me? I said I was going to do something, and I remembered to do it. That does not happen often. Still can't attack Brunswick, though, because we'll get our backside handed to us. Frankfurt will not join in this war because they have the truce with Brunswick caused by that breaking of an alliance. Spain's attacking Miztec. Austria, right? It's an X, but it says they would accept. Okie dokie. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, we would still... Well, in terms of numbers, we would be about the same. Still don't want to do it, though. I don't want to cause, like, World War Zero right now. What I want to do is have these colonies finish. We can see our colony numbers on the right-hand side. So, yeah, this one's the one that's really behind, which stinks because it's not where our colonist is, but we're just going to have to eat it. I just want that province so bad. Good, our prestige is ticking slowly back towards 0. It's interesting that we can't. I guess we can build a spy network against Huron because they have an adjacent territory right now. Upgrade a centre of trade. We should probably do that, even though we have a loan to pay back. Done. That'll help us make a lot more money. I much prefer doing that over the great buildings. But we do have, yeah, projects in here that could be interesting. We have 2 of them, I guess, because we have Polders and the... is that a B or a H? I can't even see. Okay, it's a B. I was about to call it a horse, but it's a borse. And I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced. Really? You're going to give me an event that makes me lose money right after I've spent it? That sounds like EU4. Thank goodness we have a inflation reduction guy. Yep, Spain's eaten most of Central America by this point. Portugal, meanwhile, is just very slowly accumulating all of South America uncontested. Not a huge surprise. That does tend to happen, but still, it's a bit sad that they get an entire continent for free. Meanwhile, we're fighting just to get a small part of one continent. We've got our colonists back, so we're going to make some money temporarily. Are you on the coastline? Technically, but you're in the wrong colonial region for me. I'd love to have a Frisian American colony. It's probably not going to happen. So I'm wondering if we're going to start by going over here then, into kind of New Brunswick, getting then into Quebec phase. Yeah, because that wouldn't be in our region, but these would be. It's 5, 6, 5. They're all very similar, not super high value. But this is adjacent here to the Mi'kmaq, which I guess we'll send the colonist over. Do we want to expel a minority here? I guess we might as well, because our colonist probably isn't going to be moving anytime soon. Yeah, I think we will. No, we won't, because Pictuck's at 984. So we'll just send a regular colonist without expelling, and then the next province will expel. I would almost never pick this, but I don't want to annoy Spain. They're the big bullies of the map right now. Oh, the Evangelical Union. So we get the League's mechanism, or mechanic, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And in what I normally do fashion, we're just going to mash enter through the first batch of nations that join, and then we're just going to see who's joined what, and then we'll make our decision based on that. Because as a reformed leader, I don't really care who wins. But depending on what sides people go, I might join it. I'm going to definitely do that, make people happier with us. Again, if I can get them at least a couple more to leave this coalition, it should become a cakewalk, in theory. But we're going to have to attack this coalition the next few years. We cannot wait until 1564. There's Pictuck. So we do have to temporarily play the waiting game. Guess I should move my dude over there. Venice is giving up 1, 2, 3 more provinces to Milan, 1 to Siena, 1 to Trent. That's a big gross mess we'll take a look at in a minute. France hates England. Quelle surprise. Recall, wait 1 day. Send colony. Who are we expecting to not ever deal with? Let's get rid of this Lower Saxon minority from Hanover. And then that way, we'll have probably these 2 colonies going eventually. And then we're going to hope that what Sidgi, Pen, Gatic completes. Wow. Easy for me to say. Let's hope that completes soon. Okay. Let's check the... Well, first of all, in terms of the actual Holy Roman Empire's functionality, it's not doing great. It's got a negative. Still got 28 princes, which isn't terrible. But 28 heretic princes in the Empire, not so good. Pretty... Well, it's even for numbers, like how many nations are on each side. I wish it would highlight which ones of these are your allies, because it means I have to memorize all the flags. And I know most of them, but not all of them. Obviously, France is in the Protestant side, which is funny, given it's a Catholic nation, but, you know. Bohemia's on the Catholic side, which is a bit worrying. Austria hasn't made a decision yet. So I am not going to make one either, because if you pick a different religious league to your ally, you're pretty much guaranteeing that they're going to hate you and remove their alliance with you. France has a colony in Canada now. They must have finally got to 5. I wonder where they're choosing to colonize next. I don't see a colony going down anywhere. I wonder if they're colonizing Africa, which is not something we have the ability to do, really. England went that way. I wonder what France is doing. Yes, that's fine. Bring my diplomat back. Takes him 65 days. What the heck's he doing? Taking the country road back? Yeah, I don't see where they're colonizing on here. Because if they were colonizing, it would at least show you the colonists on the way, and I don't see it. Unsurprisingly, French, Canada, and the 13 colonies hate each other. England's joined the Religious League on the Protestant side. Interesting. That's important. Give me a second to read that. So the 13 colonies are under attack from the Etowah Federation for the Push Back the Colonizers CB. Interesting. And because of the type of CB that it is, it doesn't bring England in, it's just the colony. 4,000 troops in the colony, 43,000 for the native faction, but they are 5 levels of tech behind. Surely, with a 10-to-1 numbers advantage, though, they'll be able to do rip face. That's the hope. But because our nation over here hasn't formed a colony yet, we can't get involved in that. If I seize land from the nobility, they're going to be mad. Yeah, their equilibrium number's really low because of the incorrect decision the Holy Roman Empire made. Which sucks. So we're just going to do it anyway. And I'm sure they're going to hate it. Yeah, there they go. I know I've not got a huge amount of morale, but you seriously telling me I can't defeat a 2k stack? Wow. Embarrassing. Where are you going? Oldenburg? Don't think so. Please give me some morale. Oh, England forced them to white peace. That's sad. Sad times. Can you please do something that's not stupid and just move over there? How have you not got enough morale? Craziness. There we go. You think even with like half rations we would easily be able to do that, but nah, guess not. Guess not. We do now have enough to do that, though. I guess we should probably ram up our morale all the way. We'll root out a little bit of corruption so I don't forget at this point. Money's not quite as critical as it was. Somehow. We're still making money. I'm not going to complain, but I'm surprised by that. Now, how's the split? Spain's on the Protestant, on the Catholic side, which is... It's expected that it would join the Catholic side because France joined the Protestant side, but that means we are definitely not joining that right now. We don't really have a dog in that fight. That's where France is colonizing. Oh, you biscuit. They have the same idea as me. They're not stupid for trying to get this area. It's just very annoying. And I'm not going to be upset at the game for making a smart decision happen, but at the same time, it still sucks. So who's where? You're a one-province miner. You're a one-province miner on the other side of the blooming planet. You have quite a lot of troops, considering. But you are hopelessly behind. You're level 5 military tech. I don't like attacking the natives, but we're going to have to. France would agree to join, which is hilarious, but no, we're not going to do that. I want to occupy this first. Okay, Spain attacked the Natichohes Federation. Which one's that? Am I blind? Where are my eyes? Are you the ones in purple? Yeah. Yeah, rip. Rip Purple Nation. It was nice knowing you. So probably in terms of game plan here, we are going to occupy this province because it's the war goal. Then go sit on Penapacapquest. Again, definitely not how you pronounce that, but we tried. My 5 transport ships should be... Oh, are you kidding me? 99% blockade. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. It'll give us money. Turn the speed down to 3 is probably wise as well. Yeah, we're going to go deal with this one province miner first. England? What's that all about? I'm not that upset because it is at least in the the American side, but still, that's going to cause some very annoying access problems. You have to take one heck of a long route. Still got an open diplomat. I don't know what to do with him. Leave that coalition. That's pointless at this stage. I guess we'll just buddy-buddy to a big nation and just see what happens. The Iroquois are busy again. Dealing with... Well, I say dealing with Spain. Spain's probably dealing with them, realistically, but... They're trying their best. We have to stay reasonably close, because we don't know where the Huron's troops are. And if they occupy these, they're going to raze them to the ground, which is not good. So I do have to keep my eyes very much peeled away from Europe. Are you kidding me? That's very annoying. I mean, France has had the exact same idea we had. They want to try and take this province that has the good, this good province, good natural benefit. But if they could wait, that would be awesome. Let's build 1, 2, 1, 2. Because we need some more troops. We also have the next level of government reform. What tier are we even up to? Oh wow, tier 8. We're making progress. We're on economical matters. I mean, that's fine. Don't really care about that too much. Trade steering is okay, but not super important. I almost never boost mercantilism, so eh. Institution spread is pretty helpful. I do like reducing the inflation, but it's not super groundbreakingly strong. Strong? Do you want fries with that? Cheaper ships? It's okay. Extra colonist. Absolutely. There's like, these are all these interesting options. And then there's the correct answer. Get a colony over here, please. And then we're going to expel a Westphalian minority. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, so there were 5 interesting answers and then 1 correct one. So, that made our decision very, very easy. Start clicking over to Batiscan, please. If I can get a colonist either here or here, along with Kikon Teku, it'll block France and they'll have to expand this way, which is an awful lot slower and less financially lucrative. Get you 2 over. Extra innovativeness, you'll love to see it. We're a very innovative nation. Maybe. Not sure about that, but we're going to pretend. And then we're going to play the waiting game for a moment until these extra troops come over. Because, yes, we have much more tech than them, but we're still not indestructible, as we saw with those rebels when we seized land. And France is taking forever to do anything, so I'm not worried about that. Okay. These 3 are coming over. England getting that colony down is terrible timing. We now have to take the world's most annoying route to get anywhere, but it's fine. Oh, that's where they've gone. Oh, I'm fine with this. If they want to sit on Manhattan, all the power to you. That's a tiny stack of natives. I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, these are both 500 stacks. They can't do anything to my colony. That was a stat wipe. Beautiful. Yes, I know England has a colony next to ours. Well, technically we put ours next to theirs, but shh. Who's looking? Who's counting? I have a 40% settler chance? That's craziness. Oh, France is already here. Well, I guess that's a little bit annoying, but it's fine. It means we're not getting 100% war score. But I don't want this land over here. Couldn't do anything with it even if I wanted it. Natives, get out of the way, please. I'm not even here to hurt you. I'm just trying to get this completed. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you open borders. I'm okay with that. I don't want the French colony to be antagonizing me, or vice versa. Brandenburg is preparing to attack Nassau. Are you sure that's wise? They must be getting Poland in. Okay, well, we're going to pay attention to that, because that's going to have giant ramifications on what we do in Europe. This battle should not last, or this war shouldn't last super long. Because we've essentially completed everything we already wanted to do. We're just combining these two mini nations, mini armies together, going over to the show, occupying that, and then it's pretty much just game over for this war. Especially now. I don't really even want this province, but I'm going to take it because he attacked me, and I don't like that. I ain't got no time for that. Thank you. I'm going to do that too, because I don't want to deal with the unrest. No, I'd rather you didn't fly me over, but I guess you might have to. Okay. Fly, ship me over there, please, Johnny. And then, yeah, they just move their settlement next door. That's fine. I don't want to wipe them out completely. I'm just going to take that province because they wasted my time. Oh, I was going to say, I don't see any conflict for us there, and it isn't. No, I don't mind that. That's fine. Yeah, it's not us that's in this fight. We just happen to be sat on top of the province at the time. Are you kidding me? I don't think I need to keep this going. Can I just take this off you? And this? Will you give me these? I'm fine with this. You won't give me war reparations. I have no diplomats to send. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay. This is fine. That's all I wanted anyway. You guys can now come back. You guys go take out the natives that are ruining everything over there for me, please. Yeah, I don't need any of the other stuff. I just wanted this province. So Stadacona, it's the wrong cultural group, which is not great for us. Obviously it's the incompatible religion as well. But this will eventually become the problem of the colony. I don't even think I'll need to core these off the top of my head. Yeah. So yeah, we get the colonial CB against France. Okay, they did. They fired the Religious League. Oh, I see. Portugal. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I'm not involved in this. This is extra great for me because it means that Nassau will definitely not join a coalition if they're at war. Well, isn't that nice and dandy? Just out of curiosity, I'm not going to do this, but if I took a pot shot now at a nation that is not in the coalition, who is not in the coalition, let's just use Mainz as an example, or Mines. Mines 57. it would be a piece of cake. Okay. Well, that's good to know after I tidy everything up on the west side of the world. Very, very interesting. And yes, nations will probably start leaving the coalition en masse right now because they have bigger problems, like Europe is on fire. Pick France, because we know on the Protestant side. So, green is Protestant League. Red is Catholic League. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Brandenburg has made a terrible mistake. I think the Protestant League is going to get curb stomped. Does suck that my two biggest allies are on opposite sides. Probably not hugely surprising, but that's not ideal. We'll have to see next episode how that gets on, because this has been going on for a while. Like the video if you did. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see some more. Bye now.